And one of the last statements saying, out of this conference should be implementable decisions which should be sustainable. And if they will be sustainable, I'm sure 1 or 2 legislations must be put in place. And therefore, it is only right that we hear from the legislature right here in the host country, the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, please let us together welcome the Speaker of the House of Representatives of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Right Honorable Yakubu Dogara. Please let's welcome him together.
Excellency, the President, Commander-in-Chief, the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, more than ably represented by our own dear Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Excellency, distinguished Senate President, more than ably represented by my own brother and good friend of many years, distinguished Senator Bala Ibn Nala, the Honorable Minister of Transport, Honorable Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Chairman, House Committee on Maritime Safety and Institutions, distinguished senators, my own colleagues, members of the House of Representatives, the essay to Mr. President on National Assembly Matters, Senate, Chief of Naval Staff, DG NIMASA, our own brother on horse, and other heads of MDS here present, notably NPA, NIMASA, and other agencies of the federal government. Distinguished participants from other African countries, representative of the international maritime organizations, distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I count it as a great honor and privilege to be here and to make a few remarks by way of a goodwill message at this highly distinguished conference of men and women charged with the responsibility of executing the various laws and policies all over Africa with respect to issues relating to maritime administration, security, safety, and development. I'm particularly delighted by the theme of the conference, which is sustainable use of African oceans and seas. The relevance of this topic to Nigeria's quest for sustainable economic development cannot be overemphasized, in that the exploration and exploitation of Africa's vast ocean resources hold the key to economic revival of not only Nigeria, but the continent as a whole. Indeed, as universally acknowledged, the oceans and the seas are a common heritage of mankind. Even its contents of fishes, including but not limited to sharks, whales, minerals, and other resources of the deep sea, seabed, and subsoil are not necessarily the result of hard work by any man. God even charges from the story of creation to dominate and exploit the resources of the earth, which includes the oceans and the seas. In 1608, it was no other person, the timeless Hugo Grotius in his book, Maritime, who described the oceans as being that vast expanse of water which antiquity describes as the immense, the infinite, bounded only by the heavens, parent of all things, the ocean which the ancients believed was perpetually supplied with water, not only by fountain, rivers, and seas, but by the clouds and by the very stars of heaven themselves. The ocean, which, although surrounding this earth, the home of the human race, with the ebb and flow of its tides, can be neither seized nor enclosed, nay, which rather possesses the earth than is by its possessed. End of quote. The developed countries have done a better job of exploiting these resources. We in Africa need to do much more to use these God-given resources to feed our people, fight poverty, and develop efficient ports and effectively administer the waters of the sea. We can create high-paying jobs for our teeming youths, develop an efficient transportation system, exploit efficiently the oil and gas resources and other minerals contained in the deep seas and oceans of Africa. Nigeria is potentially a major, I said potentially, a major maritime power, considering the depth and breadth of our exclusive economic zone and territorial waters. We can do even more to efficiently and effectively make sustainable use of the oceans and seas. Fishing is one of the major economic activities of most maritime communities all over Africa. Sustainable development of the local fisheries sector has the capacity to improve food security and lift people out of poverty, hunger,